Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use tarot and oracle cards. I'll share channeled messages. Just get a brief message for the collective. What does the collective most need to know? What do we need to hear? For when you find this reading, it's a timeless reading. I'm hearing clairaudiently that there are other avenues to get somewhere, or there's another way to get to somewhere, maybe that you haven't considered, but let's see what the cards say. We have rebel or rebel, however we want to pronounce it. It's doing it your way and not worrying about what others think of you. It's time to write your own story. Interesting that I was getting that message about, reach like another way to get somewhere. The word was actually avenue. There's another avenue. Okay, let's see what else we have, please. I'm hearing a name that I don't hear often. It's like Cardelia or Cordelia. So, or Leon, and also Leon, maybe even. So as I said, I'm clairaudient, and so I receive channel messages throughout. So if that's your style, great. If not, I understand. Okay, so we have break free from what's holding you back, and move forward. So not waiting for the change, but creating it. I feel that that's definitely tying into this rebel card, right? For some of you, I feel it's like it's going to relieve you from such pressure and such a weight that maybe you've been feeling for such a long time when you just break free from what others, maybe they're never going to understand why you're a certain way or why you're drawn to something, right? It's not for them to understand. It's for you, right? This is part of that whole rebelling and going your own way, breaking free from whatever doesn't feel like it's in alignment. Because when we're feeling out of alignment, that can really affect us in all ways, right? Body, mind, spirit. Let's see. What else do we have? This could pertain to any area of your life: career, love, money, relationships, spiritual journey in general. Let's see. And check out the description. You have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, what else, please? I'm getting a name like Claudette or Claudine. And we have nostalgia. So this is about taking time to heal and let go of the past so that you can embrace the new phase in your life. Take the leap forward. Wow. So you're getting such a clear message already. And I was hoping this message would be brief. I didn't want to keep you here all afternoon or anything, or all morning. But yeah, this is good so far. Let's get a few tarot cards for each. We're going to clarify. Oh, what's this? Okay, that shouldn't have even been there, but okay. So this is a message from our future higher self jumping in early. This is, you'll be surrounded by people with different agendas that may scare you away. Fight it. You've got this. Wow. I mean, what a cohesive message, right? What else do we have? Let's get one more of these while we're here. Balance it out a little. The healing must be completed before your life can transform. But sometimes it's not going to be like, total and true healing, right? It's not necessarily going to be that. Sometimes we can take some steps, even if we can't physically move forward necessarily, like leave a situation or job, a relationship, etc., home, whatever. But you can be preparing yourself in different ways, right? What else? I'm hearing the word iffy, like something feels iffy. Own your time and give it meaning. Don't let it pass you by. So even if something feels a little iffy, you can exercise your own personal authority and put yourself on the right path, at least by owning your time and giving it meaning, right? And there we are with that. Didn't want to put that there yet because of the glare from the light, but I will just put it there. There you go. All right. Oh, Dark Mansion Tarot. We already have a card out. 9 of Wands. Okay, so we're going to stand our ground. We're going to hold those boundaries, right? Especially as you're getting, I feel for some of you, either this is like you're being tested right to the limit, or it's one of those where like just a little bit longer and you're almost there. Because think about what comes next, the 10 of Wands. So it feels like either you're at your wit's end kind of thing, or you are really indeed close to reaching a goal. What else do we have? Oh, we have 2. Okay, so the 9 of Cups and the Hanged Man. So I'm still clarifying the rebel part here, or rebel. I'm going to actually put these here so you can see it a little better, hopefully. Okay, so the 9 of Wands, Hanged Man, and okay, 9 of Cups. So you have 99. That's a sign of leadership for me. And Hanged Man, yeah, there's some sort of delayed fulfillment. Something you may have had to exercise your right to exit something. Okay, you have a right to say, I changed my mind. And I feel like for some of you, that's what's happened. And now you may be waiting to hear like, what was the fallout of that? Was there any? But this is about your own path, your own fulfillment. So again, it's like you writing your own story, not worrying what others are thinking. You don't have to have approval to live the life you want to live, right? So there could be just a little bit of well, I think there's been a major perspective change. You know, you've been looking at things in a totally different light. It seems like maybe it's I mean, this is a timeless reading, but I am doing this during in between the eclipses. So yeah, maybe you're getting your clarity on, you know, what needs to be eclipsed out. That's part of that Hanged Man there. Lot of intuitive downloads for many of us during eclipse seasons, especially because it's going to be another one in Pisces. I think it's the third of three, so in Pisces, like 3 years in a row. So anyway, what do we have? Please tell me. We have the Four of Swords. I was hearing a name like Donovan, or there's also this, but there's kind of a message with it that's sort of like somebody could be at it again with something, you know, or like you're feeling as though here we go again. So little bit of energy here with that. Let me see what else. But like wanting to break free, but sometimes we're going to need to go into our Four of Swords mode. And even though she might look sad, she's actually very reflective right now. So maybe that's you needing to reflect here on things and get calm, get quiet, and just see where you want to go, what you want to do. I think a lot of you know, but it's like getting clarity on how to get there. Or maybe you want that last bit of like, you know, go ahead, green light from the universe. There's a Two of Cups here coming in. So Two of Cups, you know, that can be something that's excuse me, I was about to sneeze. Something that's a bit more you know, in tune with your heart. It feels like a better partnership. The thing is pardon me, it feels like you see the red apple here, you see that, and the worm coming out. It's like something was not what you thought it was going to be. Maybe there was a bit of a rushed in energy, or maybe you were feeling pressure to accept an offer or something like that before you really even had a chance to think about it. Things could have moved quickly, but I mean, this feels a little more reassuring, but I feel like it's only after something wasn't, it's like you had to put your foot down. So it might be that you had to put your foot down and like sort of retract something that you've gone into, or like rescinding an offer or rescinding a you know, a contract. There's something about that. I don't know how else to put that other than it feels like you maybe felt a little backed into a corner, but then you realize you're actually not, but it was still sad or disappointing that something happened the way it did. Now, if this hasn't happened yet, this could be something that's brewing, okay? Nine of Cups, we didn't talk much about it, but there is something here with this coming in about you're going to know exactly who your allies are, and if something is authentic or not, if it's fulfilling or not. Like you're going to know, well, it could be tying to this, like being surrounded by people with different agendas and just having to like fight it. What is most fulfilling for you? That's where you're going to need to stand your ground. And maybe again, some of you have already done that. What else? Tell us more about this Two of Cups partnership. Oh, okay. So that's going to get you where you want to go. This is very good. This is very, it's like a creative energy, or an energy where you get to really, something you can be really passionate about, you know? So things could really take off, but it's again, it's sort of after this reflective time that there's a little bit of sadness to it. I'm not going to lie. There's a little bit there, but you know, sometimes as we break free from what's holding us back and we move forward, it means we're leaving something, maybe a version of ourselves or other people or a place we used to like, that's no longer fulfilling. And that is indeed like eclipse energy, right? Think Eight of Cups. It's the only card in tarot that has the eclipse on it. So maybe something was fulfilling at one time, but it's just not doing it anymore. It's no longer aligned with your soul. Oh my goodness. Look what happens when you follow your heart. The Sun. So this is having that joy, that awareness, things are being illuminated, people, places, opportunities, things being placed on your path at the exact right time. This is about being able to, so you have this falling right under the healing and nostalgia, again, healing, letting go of the past and embracing the new phase, and having that, that optimism. The sun can have a lot to do with optimism. And there are children here, having that optimism of children. You have done hard things, right? And as I say, you haven't come this far to only come this far. So keep going here. We have better days ahead here. Definitely better days ahead. Let's see what else we have here. It's because you've done the work and you've made those tough sacrifices and you've made those changes. So keep it up. Awesome job. If you enjoy this reading so far, please do like the video, hype, share, leave a comment, subscribe. It all helps. We have the Six of Pentacles. So, by the way, I want to tell you, you do not have to give in order to receive. I think a lot of us sometimes, particularly if you have a lot of like Cancerian energy in your chart, I'm feeling that. And I myself have a lot of Cancerian in my chart. I have a lot of Libra, a lot of Cancerian, and a lot of fire. But anyway, it's like you don't have to earn respect or earn love. Like, it's kind of like knowing your value and going about it and realizing that accepting help or accepting a compliment, it doesn't have to be like this tit for tat, this exchange, right? It's one of those where sometimes it's okay to just accept the gift, right? Like, how many of you have a hard time accepting a compliment? It's like we get kind of programmed to, oh, well, if you accept a compliment or if you brag about what you're good at, you're being arrogant. Well, actually, maybe you just know your worth and you're not afraid to kind of, communicate that. So not feeling guilty about accepting a compliment or accepting help or, a gift in some way. Again, it's not going to be necessarily totally even. When you can give, great. It feels good to give, right? And sometimes it can free up stuff when we let go of things or we give, then we attract more for which we're grateful for, right? So that's great. So just kind of keeping an eye on that and making sure that you're not blocking your own abundance or blocking your own ability to receive. Because the bottom line is, a lot of you in the spiritual community here, you are empaths and you tend to give and you tend to check in on others, maybe more than they check in on you. And so just, again, it's like owning your time, right? Giving it meaning and realizing your own value. What else do we have? Accept the compliment. The compliment. Accept the compliment. I'm having a hard time talking today. All right, let's see here. And there's the High Priestess. Yes, okay, so Pisces energy. And, things come and go, but it's like things are connected, right? And I think a lot of you are going to be seeing the connection or the long term. Right now, the way something's unfolding, it may not make total sense. I think a lot of you have an inkling as to why something might be happening. Like, oh, I think maybe I was like, rejected, redirected for my own, well-being. But it's not necessarily showing as that yet for sure. So you're just kind of having to maybe be like having a positive mindset, like it'll all make sense in the end. Well, this is telling me that, yeah, it will make sense. You're tuning into your own truth and you can't really go wrong with that, right? What gets us into trouble is when we ignore our truth, when we ignore our value, when we ignore our heart's calling, or when we ignore our intuition. I get that the majority of the people watching this video are no longer willing to do that. It's like you're not sacrificing yourself anymore, right? That Six of Pentacles, you're not going to give, and you're not going to water dead plants, right? You're not going to give to relationships and things and situations that are not giving to you anymore. And so that could be the sad part, is that, again, maybe at one time, you thought that was the way to go, or that was the job, or that was the person, or that was the environment for you. And the bottom line is, it's looking like things are changing, but where do you ultimately end up? Basking in that sun, right? All right, now let's go ahead and get some angel numbers. I kind of want to get an angel number for every zodiac sign, so you can watch for your sun, moon, rising. But let's go ahead and get an animal card first. Then we'll get the angel numbers. So that way, once you see your sign, if you feel like you want to leave, you can. All right. What do we have, please? And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please do let me know by showing support in some way. Thanks. Swan, becoming. So this is heart chakra, card 29. Maybe you resonate with the numbers 29 or 11 or 2. Let go of what isn't authentic and become who you were born to be. Let your true self emerge. This is amazing. That is exactly what this whole reading has been about, right? All summarized neatly in that swan card. And now let's start with, I'm a Libra sun. Let's start with Libra. Libra. Angel number for Libra, card 22. What do you know? Libra, and I wasn't even going to start with us. Sign of balance, of course. You're turning your dreams into reality, Libra. Thanks for being here, Libra. Take care. Scorpio. 1515, a sign of faith. Make necessary changes to achieve your dreams. Thanks for being here. Sagittarius. 1717, connect to the higher mission. It's time that you inspire, teach, and heal others, Sag. Thanks for being here. Capricorn. 1212, a sign of manifesting dreams. Stay focused on your goals and dreams. Thanks for being here. Aquarius. 2020, a sign of peace within. Keep calm as you transition into a new life. Thanks for being here. Pisces. 77, a sign of inner wisdom. Connecting in with your spirituality and intuition. Yeah, you're going to feel this eclipse coming up. Thanks for being here, Pisces. Take care. All right, so Aries. 1818, a sign of great things to come. You're motivated to achieve more out of life. That's what I have for you, Aries. Thank you. Taurus. 6789, a sign of unconditional love. No matter the flaws, you give and receive love. Thanks for being here, Taurus. Gemini. 1616, a sign of willpower. Focus on strengths and determination. All right, thanks for being here. Let me see here. Wait a minute. Taurus, Gemini. Okay, Cancer. Yeah, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. All right. Cancer, 888. Yes, abundance. You'll have great success coming your way, Cancer. Follow your heart. Follow your sun. All right. And Leo. 4444. Oh, Leo, sign of divine intervention. The universe has heard your request. And how funny, Leo, ruled by the sun. I'm putting it down right on top of the sun there. Thanks for being here. Happy birthday, Leo. And Virgo, 2121, a test of your balance. Stay the course and remember your worth, Virgo. What a beautiful exclamation point at the end of a lovely reading. Thanks for being here. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.